And we are waiting the introductions of the first two fighters tonight, Sanel Papic and Laszlo Toth. Here he comes then. He's been around for only 3 years as a pro. 2009 he made his debut. It's 17-7-0 the record. He may be 40 years of age, which he is this year, but he's been busy. This is his 5th fight of 2012. 2011 he fought no fewer than 11 times. The opposition, as you would expect, is variable. All 7 fights he's lost, he's been KO'd in. Last time out, it was against Hervé Hubert, who KO'd him in 2. That was for the Belgian title. Danny Williams, incidentally, is on the card here tonight amongst those to have stopped him. Williams, the only one to KO him in round 1. He's gone to points on only 1 occasion. So literally with this guy, it's either he knocks him out or he gets knocked out. And let's get his opponent into the ring then, Sanel Papic.
Aus Serbien, Sanel Papic.
Well, he's a positive youngster in comparison to Laszlo Toth. He's only 34. Again, he's only been a pro since 2009. Fair to say, again, he's been rather carefully managed. The introduction, certainly, to the top flight over the last 3 years. He's KO'd 10 of the 13 opponents who've been put in front of him. All sounds impressive, of course, but he's up against somebody tonight who's vastly more experienced, certainly in the quality of the fighters that he's been in against. Glenn Catley then is alongside me. Laszlo Toth, but he's got to get on with it, really. He's 40 years of age.
He certainly can't waste any time now, Tim, and as you say, Toth, he's the more experienced of the two, but you know, Papic, that sort of KO record, you know, he's only gone the distance 3 times. It would suggest he carries a little bit of power, but like I say, it's going to be a good test for him tonight against Toth, because Toth's sort of been in there, he's done it, far more experience, so there's going to be a few questions answered tonight on just how good Papic is.
Die blaue Ecke, 40 Jahre alt, 1,88 Meter groß, 118 Kilogramm schwer, sein Rekord als Profi, 23 Kämpfe, 16 Siege, davon 11 durch K.O. In seiner Ecke sein Trainer Michael
a title fight, and we are about to get the national anthems up next. But he's entertainment, this guy, which is partly what it's all about. With the early fights on the card, he's got the audience in.
He certainly is entertainment, Tim, you know, and he always never gives up trying, which is he's very good. He never gives up, you know, and that's why he pleases the crowd so well.
Well, whoever wins this fight tonight will leave the ring with a belt. This is for the EBA heavyweight title fight. It's scheduled to go 12 rounds, but it's unlikely to go, I would imagine, half of that distance.
Die Punktrichter, José Martinez aus Spanien, Mihail Leo aus Rumänien und Frank Michael Maas aus Deutschland. Supervisor Bartolomé Torralba aus Spanien.
So then the introduction's done. Papic's last 5 fights, or 6 fights rather, have all ended in round 1.
Yeah, he's a fast starter, Tim, and no doubt, inevitably, he's going to want to close the show very early on tonight against Toth. Whether that's going to happen, we've yet to see.
Never gone more than 4 rounds. He had a couple of points victories in the back end of 2009.
Okay, gentlemen, we've spoken in the dressing room. Remember, no shots around the back of the head, nothing in the kidney area. Remember to defend yourselves at all times, unless you hear me shout, stop boxing. Touch gloves, braced up. Best of luck to both of you.
So here we go then, the first nut fight of the night. Laszlo Toth in the blue trunks. He's weighed in at just about 278. against the 198 of Sanel Papic. So considerable difference.
Okay, let's go.
So finally we are underway then with the first fight on the card tonight. Now, how long is this going to last? These two old gunslingers that want to get out here, swing the leather, make a bit of an impression. That was a good short left right hand that from Toth, but he's been staggered already as Papic goes in to try and work to that body, and he's got him inside 20 seconds.
Wow, he's not going to waste any time then. We said don't blink, and well, it looks like it's going to be fight number 6. He stopped in the first round, Tim.
He really should be up from this. I mean, that, quite frankly, is ever so slightly embarrassing, isn't it, for Laszlo Toth? And really, he should take a long, hard look at himself after that. I know it's not us that are in there taking that punishment, but literally, if you can't go more than half a minute inside there against your opponent, you're either not in shape or you shouldn't be in there at all.
That was embarrassing to say the least, Tim, and he didn't even make an attempt to put his hands up and defend himself. He was just quite happy. It was a terrible performance from Toth, and very, very disappointing to the viewers and to ourselves to watch it.
Well, and the other thing is, you're going to look at Papic now. You know, what are you going to learn from fighting somebody like this? He needs to take a radical step up in the quality of the opponents that he's actually fought. If you look down his career, coming into tonight, the entire roster had racked up just 15 victories. So that's the entire list of fighters he's fought, had actually won 15 fights between them.
That's right. I mean, just seen there from the replay, there was only actually sort of 3 little taps to the rest of it is body shots. He should, for me, Tim, and I hate to say this, it looks like he just swallowed it. He just didn't want to be there, didn't want to be no part of that fight whatsoever. He just, first opportunity, he took that advantage and just got out as soon as he possibly could.
Well, if he came in with a reputation, and he's had a few decent nights in his ever so short career, then he's left with it rather in tatters here. And Papic, as he said, he's 34 years of age now. He's 14-0 after this, but really, if he's going anywhere, then he needs to at least start to fight people that have actually won a few.
Questions do need to be asked, the longevity of Toth's career, because on that performance, Tim, he really needs to hang up the gloves and give up.
Right, we can look forward to the next fight, but before we get the official announcements here, because into the ring in a moment, Christian Hammer, a former world junior champion from back in 2006, is in with one of the real nice guys of the fight game. And I know that tends to be bandied around a bit, that term, but I think in Danny Williams' case, he genuinely is just he's such a nice bloke. You wonder what he's doing in the business anyway.
You do, and I'm just going to reiterate basically everything you just said. He really is a genuinely down-to-earth, nice guy, and awful lot of time for Danny, awful lot of time. And we mustn't forget that memorable win, as you mentioned it earlier on, Tim, over the formidable Mike Tyson a number of years ago. And probably that's the most recognisable fight for Danny Williams throughout his professional career, and something, no doubt, and inevitably, when he's an old man, able to sit back, look in his rocking chair and think, I actually beat Mike Tyson.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hier, meine Damen und Herren, das offizielle Urteil. Sie haben es gesehen, Sieger durch K.O.
There's a victory for Papic here, and he takes away this title, this EBA heavyweight title. So he's got himself a belt, which is now placed around him. But I think even if you start looking at the top 40 in Europe, he wouldn't last 5 minutes in with any of them, would he?
No, I'm afraid so. We have to speak about levels, and you know, don't want to be too hypocritical or too condescending, but this, you know, he's at a level, and he's going to beat the guys of such as Toth. You know, they're not going to give him any kind of threat, and we've seen that plain to see tonight.
So we can look forward then next to Hammer against Danny Williams. And had he not been so busy during the course of last year, he might have popped back in and done a bit more commentary as well.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, it is time for Hammer against Williams, so stay with us.
Mal schauen, wie schnell wir sein können.
Welcome back then to Göttingen in Germany as we await the